Hello guys, it's your girl Fluxify Apparels. If this is your first time of joining in, please do as well to subscribe to our channel. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how I made this kimono balloon top with a fitted waist. So let's go right in. So first, the materials you'll be needing for this particular practical, you need your measurement tape, you need your zipper, you need your scissors, you need your elastic, your 0.5 inches elastic, and you need your fabric, your chalk, and your thread. So this particular fabric, I'm using 2 yards. So I went ahead and fold my fabric. It's on fold. So I folded by 32 inches for the sleeve, shoulder to sleeve. Yes, they call it shoulder to sleeve. So my shoulder to sleeve, I use 32 inches, and I'm going to mark it right away. Now you might be wondering, why did I use 32 inches? Yes, we're going to be using elastic on that particular sleeve. So when we're done using the elastic, it will fall back to say 17, 18, and the rest. So I went for my neck wideness, I went 4 inches. That's for the width of my neck. I came out by 4 inches. Then for the length, I'm using 3.5. So if you're not comfortable with 4 inches for the width, you can as well use 3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and draw out my lines so that I can make my curve. Just go ahead and do yours the way you see me do mine. So I'm going to bring in my armhole to place my curve of my neckline. I think this is not a new thing. You already know this. If you've been on my channel for a while now, you should know when I mean that we should curve. So on that sleeve length, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. You can come down by 1.5 inch to get your slope. Now the essence is the shoulder is not always straight, so we must have our sloped line. So this is me connecting from that 1.5 inch to the neckline. That will not serve as my shoulder, but in this case it is called shoulder to sleeve length because it is cut together. That's why it's referred to as kimono. So I was done. I'm going to marking out my length of the top. So the particular length of this top we're going to be using is the shoulder to under bust. Please take note, it is shoulder to under bust. So my shoulder to under bust, I'm using 17 inches. Now shoulder to under bust vary. You have your 15, you have your 16, you have your 17. Some on the bigger size they can have 19. So go ahead and mark your shoulder to under bust. So I'm going to be connecting my lines. After I was done marking out, I'm going to be connecting it to a row to get my straight line, and then I'm going to be cutting out, but not yet. So let's join the lines, let's join the points together. So I was done joining the points. I'm going to go ahead and mark out my sleeve opening. Yes, it's called round sleeve. So I'm marking out 10 inches. From that 1.5 inches I came down from the shoulder, that's where I'm going to be placing my tape to mark out my 10 inches. So I'm adjusting so that you see what I'm doing. So to form that shape on that line, I'm going to be going in by 2 inches. And I'm going to be connecting it back to my sleeve opening or my round sleeve and connect it down back to my shoulder to under bust. But because I want something accurate or straight, I came out by 2 inches also to meet with the shape side seam that I gave to it. So I'm going to cut out just the way you see me do. And if you have been following from the beginning, you should have something like this. So I went ahead to place another fabric on fold and place my front on it. That will serve as my back pattern. So I went ahead to cut out, And if you notice, I didn't cut out the same neck for the front, but so on that same mark line, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch for my neck length, 1.5 inch, and I'm going to be connecting it back to the center back. Now, right, if you look at what I did, I gave allowance, and that allowance is going to be serving as a zipper allowance. So when you're folding, you should give allowance from your material so that you can have where you can place your zip. So this is how I did it. I'm going to be marking out 1.5 inch that will serve as my zipper allowance, just the way you see me do right here. Just go ahead and do the same thing, and you're going to be achieving the same thing I achieved. So I went ahead to mark it all the way down to the shoulder to under bust. Sorry, my camera is not showing that way, but I know you understand what I'm trying to do. So I got my straight line. I'm going to be going ahead to cut out the zipper allowance sides. So now I'm cutting out my neck line for my back, and this height looks, usually your back neckline should be higher than that of your front neckline. So this height looks, so I'm going to be notching my zipper allowance, which is 1.5 inches. So we have the back here. These are the back pattern looks, and this is the front pattern. So now for this band part, it's a fitted top by the waist region. So you're going to be taking measurement of your round waist firmly, and your exact round waist is what you're going to be cutting on. Now the fabric is on fold, so if your waist is 20, divide it by 2, and that by 2 we have 10. So when it's open, it's not 20. So I'm going to be taking for the length. Yeah, I'm going to be using 7.7 inches. Now that's because when I open my fabric and fold it again, I'm going to be having 3.5, right? So if you want more than that, you fold 8. Say if you want 4 inches, you mark out 8 inches, and when you fold it back, it falls to 4 inches. So I'm going to be connecting the lines just the way you see me. This is for the length of the band. Then for your waist, like I said, take your waist measurement firmly. So if your waist is 20, because this is on fold, you divide it into 2, you have your 10. Please mark out your 10 and mark out 1 inch. 1 inch for your zipper allowance. Don't add any other thing. So when you mark out that 1 inch, it reflects on the other side. So it's now 2 inches. Do you understand? It's now 2 inches. Now the reason why I'm not marking 1.5 inches because I want it to be firm. If it's possible, you can go mark 0.5 inches. I want it to be really firm on my waist. So I'm going to go ahead to cut out, and this is the band. Here you have it. So this is what I'm saying. When you fold it into 2 like this, it becomes 3.5. So go ahead and do this, and you'll be achieving just exactly what I achieved. So I'm going to be going ahead to join the front and the back pattern like you see me do. I'm going to be joining the back pattern to the front pattern. So place your back pattern on your front pattern, the shoulders to the shoulders, and you sew your 1/2 inch. If possible, you can pin. If you don't want to stress, you pin it together. So I went ahead to sew on my shoulder 1/2 inch. So go ahead and sew. If you know that you you can't mark at each a straight line, please go ahead and mark it out and so on it. So the same thing I did on this side, I'm going to be doing on the other side. So I went ahead and sew half an inch on the other side. So this is what you should be having. So right now I'm going to be opening that side I sewed, the shoulder. I'm going to open it and fold, so I can fold my round sleeve. Yes, I can fold that area. Now the reason why I said you should open it, you know, in as we go. So I went ahead to sew on my sleeve and I sewed for both sides. This is how it looks. So this part where I said you should open from the beginning, I'm going to be ironing it. But first, let's do the neck. I went ahead to press on the sides, the shoulder. So I'm going to be turning my neck with my bias. I use the pieces of the cloth. You can go ahead and use a bias to turn your neck, right? So it lays flat, very flat. You can go ahead and use your bias. So this is how it looks. I went ahead to sew mine, and please don't forget to iron as you go. That makes your clothes very rich. So this is the half inch bias I'm going to be using. So that part where you open, press on the shoulder, I'm going to be coming where your neckline, you're going to be coming down. You're not going to be sewing on your neck, on top of your neckline, no. You're going to be coming down where your neck, your bias stop. You place your elastic on that open allowance where you sewed on your shoulder and place it. And while you're sewing this thing, you see the way I'm dragging my elastic. That's the same way you should drag yours while sewing. Stretch it. Yes, that's the right English to use. Stretch the bias while you sew. As you're sewing, you're stretching. And I'm not going to fast forward or speed up this particular scene, because I want you to understand what I'm talking about when I said you should stretch. So while I was sewing, I was stretching. Now this explains why the sleeve is 32 and it now falls back. After this, it now falls back to 17 or 18. So it brings it together, it forms the gather under your shoulder region. So keep dragging and sewing. Keep dragging. And you can take this step slowly. Don't rush it. You can take this step slowly. So when I was done, I'm going to stop stitch and cut out, just the way you see me do. So yeah, this is how it looks. I'm going to be showing how it looks. This is how it looks. Yes, and this is the front. So the same thing I did here, I'm going to be doing on the other side. So I was done doing this, and this is how it looks. I'm going to be going ahead to join my seam sides, my side seam. Yes, I'm going to be joining it by half an inch, just the way you see me do. I'm joining half an inch, so I'm going to go ahead and join half an inch. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please, I beg, subscribe to my channel. It's your girl Fluffy Pearls. Like, share, and comment. Drop your comment on the comment section. So right away, I'm going to be notching the middle of my top like this, and I'm going to bring the band for my waist and also notch the middle point of my band, just the way you see me do. Please, if you want to iron stay on your band, you can go ahead and iron stay on your band for stability. So I'm going to be placing the middle sides opposite each other and pin it down, just the way you see me do. Pin it down. And note, please, okay, before I go there, let me just continue. Then the zipper sides of the top, I'm going to place it at the end of this band top, the band for the top. The same thing I did here, I'm going to do it for the other side. So if you notice my first intro video, you know that the tops are different. One is fuller, has its full look. Now that one is because I did the gathers first before joining it on my band. But this right here, I did the pleating. I pleated it on the band directly. They are different, so you determine the one you want. So I went ahead to sew that part where I'm going to fix my zip. I'm not going to pleat on it. I'm going to give like 1 inch, then I start my pleating. So the pleating is very easy. Just fold the top, just fold it. If it's little by little, you can go ahead and do your little by little. If it's big large size, you can go ahead and do your large size. So depending on what you want, or depending on what your client wants. So on the other top, I did my gathers first. Note the difference. I did my gathers first before joining it to my band. So while I was doing my gathers, I was taking my measurement of the waist so that I don't go smaller than the waist. You get? So this is me pleating on the band, and I am done, and it still comes out very pretty and very beautiful. Would you be trying this? Let me know in the comment section. You see how beautiful it looks? That's how yours would look. So you can go ahead and confirm your waist measurement and also fix your zip. So yeah, this is what we have here for today's tutorials. I hope you found this interesting. If you found this interesting, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Fluxify Apparels. Like and share. Drop your comment in the comment section. So it's from me, the CEO, Fluxify Apparels. I'm going to be seeing my next tutorial next week.